Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to Beginner Music Theory video number 10. In this video, we're going to talk about harmony and chords and strong ways to move them around. And there's a little bit of, I suppose, like music science behind this. It just, to our ear, certain things sound stronger. They sound more forceful. You can hear them pushing in a certain way. So we're going to start with G major, of course. And we're going to talk about the strongest chords. Well, the strongest chords are 1, 4, and 5 when you're in G major. All three of them are major chords. The 1 chord is G, 4 chord is C, 5 chord is D. Okay? Now, this can lend to some cool songwriting and such. But it's only 3 chords. And they're not really going too far from each other. Okay? But they can bring it around. Now, we're going to talk about this thing called a circle of progression. That means that from your previous chord, you go up a perfect fourth to the root of the next chord, and that's a strong movement. That's why 1 to 4 is so strong. It's up a perfect fourth. You can see right there the roots, perfect fourth. Now, what if we apply that same concept to some other chords besides these 3, but they're in the key of G? So what we're going to do is we're going to go from 1 down to 6, which is pretty common, has a wonderful sound. From there, though, we're going to circle progression up to the 5 chord and then start over. So what's that get you? That gets you the 1 chord, down a third, or down a minor third, if you want to be real specific, to the 6 chord, up a fourth to the 2 chord, up another fourth to the 5 chord, which is the dominant, which is a very strong chord in a major key. The dominant is called dominant for a reason. And then you come back to 1. 5 up to 1 is also a perfect fourth. So the only odd progression that's not a fourth is this down to the 6th thing. And that one's still pretty strong for a couple of reasons we won't get into too strong in this video. But 1, the relationship of thirds between chords is very strong. 2, the 6th chord is only 1 note different than the 1 chord. So you're changing chords, but you're still pretty strong where you're at. So let's take a look at that. Okay, the 1 chord. 6 chord. 2 chord. 5 chord. And you hear the strength that the moving in fourths makes. Now, depending on the style of music that you like, that sound may not thrill you at all. And I will agree, it's not the most thrilling sound on the planet, but it's strong. And if you, good God, you go back to any kind of, I bet you even if you looked into Jesus Loves Me, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, if you looked at the chord breakdown of what those melodies are for, it probably has something to do with 1, 4, 5. There's circle progression in there, stuff like that. It's so strong. It's the 50s and 60s music had circle progressions all over the place. Then you go back to even classical music, they were all over the place because they're strong. Now, modern music, we've started to delve into some weird chord changes, and some of it has to do with a lot of people don't know theory, so they don't think about it too hard, and they just kind of follow their ear and find cool stuff. And that's way awesome because it's good to find unique things. But I also feel like it's good to know the standard stuff and how that works in case there's a sound you're looking for. If you know these things, you can find it quicker. So anyhow, it's just beginner music theory video, very short. It's just the idea of a circle progression. It works in any key. It works from any chord. Say you start from the 3 chord and go up in successions of perfect fourths. There are some spots where that's not going to happen. For example, you can't circle progress up from the 4 chord because there's not a perfect fourth up from the 4 chord. It's an augmented augmented fourth up to the 7 chord. Now, we've discussed that. The 7 chord is already strong to go to 1 anyway. So you could go 4, 7 up to 1, and it's going to feel pretty strong. Just know that one's not a circle progression because it's an augmented fourth, not a perfect fourth. Anyhow, that's all I want to talk about in this video. I've been kind of struggling. I don't know why. I'm trying to do more videos during the week when I get home from work, and then my brain's tired and I'm not thinking straight, and it ends up taking way longer than I want it to. But I feel like if I just keep doing it, I'll probably get better at it. Practice makes perfect kind of thing. I can't always rely on the excuse of, well, I was working, I'm tired. I mean, there's some truth to that, but some of it I think is just I don't think about these things at that time of the day or spend time talking about them at that time of the day. So my brain's really not geared up for it. So sorry if some of these videos are a little like scatterbrained. It'll come around. I'll get better. And if nobody new starts watching, well, then the people that already watch are just going to be stuck watching me hopefully get better. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.